kind of mad at myself for just giving all these products a try. Like, what? Can we just have a moment because your girl is feeling herself and I'm having a good hair day? Like, it's one of those days. It's one of those days. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have been meaning to do this video for a while. Like, ever since I placed my orders from Sephora from the sale, I was like, okay, the moment I get these products, like, we're doing a full face of first impressions. And I don't know why it took me so long to get this video done, but you guys, I'm so happy that I did, because everything pretty much, well, not everything, I'll mention this in the video, you'll see, but majority of the things on my face right now are all new to me. I've never played with them. I am really digging all of these products, you guys. Like, I don't see myself playing with anything else in my collection for a while now, because I feel like I just found my little good little cocktail right now on my face. I was kind of in a rut with all of my makeup, like using the same stuff over and over and over again. So I'm really glad I got myself out of my comfort zone to try a lot of the products that I just purchased that I hadn't played with, and it turned out really good. If I say so myself, it turned out very, very good. Now I need to go like do something because I'm all ready with no plans, which is usually how it goes for me. If you guys would like to see what I use to achieve my makeup today and my first impressions on each product that I use, then please keep watching. Now let's get started. You guys already know the drill. Gotta pin my hair back. All right, since we are trying all new products today, well, let me rephrase that. We're trying majority of new products. There's some things that I'm gonna be using that are things that I know and love, just because I want to give the new products a fair shot, and I don't feel like right pairing them all with new stuff, because it's just like, I feel like that's like kind of asking for a disaster, right? Anyways, for primer today, what are we using? I got a couple new primers, you guys, and I don't know which one I want to use. So I got the Rare Beauty like primer water, and then I also got the Urban Decay. So let's use them both. So for primer today, I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter face primer. I'm actually not gonna be wearing my makeup very long today. I'm probably gonna wash it right off after applying it, because today's Saturday, and typically Saturdays are like my filming days, so I like do my makeup, take it off, do my makeup, take it off, because I film so many videos. But let's I don't even know where I'm going with this. Then going in with the Rare Beauty, what do they call this? The Always an Optimist face primer. I think this is, yeah, it's like a 4-in-1. So it's like, you know, like a primer, a setting spray, hydrating, refresh kind of a thing. But today we're using it as a primer. So let's mix this guy up. It's been no secret that my skin has been so dry lately, so anything that's like refreshing, hydrating, I'm like, yes, give it to me, because oof, this freaking nose ring keeps popping out. I kind of have a little dilemma here. My past Sephora hauls, I don't know what came over me, but I just bought like a ton of matte foundations, and I don't really like matte foundations anymore. Like, I like a dewy, glowy foundation, and I didn't get any of those. I got all matte foundations, including this one, the Smashbox, what is this, Studio Skin Full Coverage Foundation, which is really, really pretty. The coverage is beautiful, so is the finish, but it is matte, and I really do like more of a dewy one. So I was gonna mix it with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, but I got the shade number 5, which is like entirely way too dark for me. Way too dark, but I'm just gonna make sure, because I'm also really pale right now. I haven't tanned in a while, so I really don't see this mixing well with my skin at all. Yeah, that definitely looks orange. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. So we're just gonna take this guy back. I definitely need to get number 4. I don't know. I originally got 4, and then I was like, this is too light. So then I got 5, and they didn't have 5 in the store, so I ordered it online, and 5 is definitely not me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this, but I am gonna mix a little bit of the Smashbox Primer Oil, just because, like I said, my skin is really dry right now, and this is a matte foundation, and I feel like this paired together will be a good duo, so let's do it. And you know, I'm using my favorite little Tarte like kabuki bamboo brush, whatever this thing is called. I love it. It gives me like the nicest finish on my foundation, and it just makes it so much easier and faster because it's such a big brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make the little cocktail on the back of my hand. Mixing the foundation with the primer oil. Such a good idea. It already feels so much more hydrating going on my skin. Let me not get this in my hair. I have this big glob of foundation on the back of my hand. So beautiful. I'm actually really, oh, do you guys see what I just said there? Like, it's all in my hair. Great. I didn't realize I picked up so much. Great. Good job, man. This is why I like my hair out of my face. This is actually blending really, really nicely. It's not overly drying. I think putting that primer oil like was honestly the best thing I could have done. So smart, man. So foundation is on, and right off the bat it blended really, really nicely. The skin, or excuse me, the color is kind of perfect for me right now. It's really like the undertones, everything is working really, really well. That foundation has really, really good coverage. That was, I mean, I knew that going into it. It's like a full coverage foundation, and it definitely did that. I feel like a little bit went a long way, but that, like, adding in that primer oil honestly made the world of difference. You can see like my skin already has like a glow to it, and it feels hydrated. It feels glowy and dewy and good. So I would definitely recommend, if you don't want that foundation to be matte, definitely mix in some primer oil or anything along those lines, and it should give you the same finish, and it's not breaking up or anything or anything like that. So it actually looks really, really good so far. I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. So for concealer, I'm going to be using one that I know and love, which is the Hourglass Vanish concealer. Just because I'm going to be using a new setting powder, I want to give the concealer I'm going to be using a new powder, so I want to give that powder a good shot. So I'm going to use a concealer that I know is good. But I will be just throwing on a little bit of a new one that I got, which is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I heard really, really good things about this, and this shade is, this is in light beige. It's a little bit lighter, so I'm just going to put it like directly right here just to brighten up my eyes just a little bit more, because this isn't like crazy bright or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. I don't know why I've been sleeping on this concealer, you guys, because it's actually really nice. And just taking my damp beauty sponge, and I'm just going to be blending that out. And like I said, I already know I like this concealer, so this isn't anything like revelating. Revelating? Is that the word? I don't know. I don't know if that's the right word. But this isn't like a huge surprise or anything, because I know this is going to look really good. So let's just skip through this. Wow, it looks like my eyes have disappeared. So before I go ahead and set my concealer, I'm going to go ahead and apply a cream bronzer. And honestly, I've actually had this for a while, but I just never really played with it. So it's new to me, and it is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer Stick. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to contour. This is in the shade Baked. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take a little stippling brush and put that in. Go to town. I mean, I'm sure you can just like do that, but that's a little much for me. Right off the bat, I don't like the way it smells. It kind of smells like clay and like crayons. Is that weird? Like waxy. It smells very waxy. Well, I really like this color. This is like perfect for my skin tone, I feel like, and it's blending really, really nicely. Honestly, like, I'm kind of happy that my skin's kind of dry right now. I know that sounds really crazy, but honestly, I would have probably never gotten into creams as much as I have recently if my skin wasn't dry, and I really just love the way it, like, the finish is just so beautiful when you use creams. Like, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now to set everything we just did, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty baking powder, right? This is the Easy Bake Loose baking powder in the shade Banana Bread. I've used this powder before. I have the same powder but in the shade Cupcake, which I really like. That's like the pink tone, but this is like the yellow tone. So I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes with this. So far so good. I really like this. It's making my skin look really, really like airbrushed and flawless. The only thing I would say about this powder, and this is just from my experience from the other, the cupcake shade that I have, like I feel like this powder doesn't look as good as it does as when like you first apply it as opposed to like a couple hours later. Like it definitely kind of like settles and not in the most flattering way, but I haven't used this powder in a while, so let's see. But I'm comparing it to my Laura Mercier, where I can wear that thing all day long, like hours, and it'll still look as good as when I first applied it. Now to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using my Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and dust this just all over my face with a big fluffy brush, just to set the rest, set that cream bronzer that we did. This powder really just gives you the nicest finish. It really just gives your skin a really nice, healthy glow. And not like a shimmery glow, but just like a healthy, like eternal glow. Now for bronzer, this is a little tricky because I kind of went a little crazy and had a bronzer blackout where I just bought literally probably like 4 or 5 different bronzers. So I don't know which one I want to use. If I could open it, my goodness. So I'm like considering the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer or the Ilia bronzer, and I feel like this is just a little too tan for me right now because, like I said, I have not tanned in a while. So it looks like we're gonna go with the Charlotte Tilbury, what is this, the Airbrush bronzer, and this is in the shade Medium 2. Gosh, I just love the packaging so much. Charlotte Tilbury always does her thing when it comes to the packaging. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get just a nice little fluffy brush, swirl up in there, and you guys, less is truly more, so make sure you don't have a heavy hand. Oh man, I can already tell I love this stuff. It just goes on so beautifully. Like it blends so nice. It really does look airbrushed. Like she does her thing, man. She does her thing. And that shade, like that's so pretty. I love it already. Now, onto the blush. And for the blush, I'm not using anything new just because I guess with all of that excitement with all the new bronzers that I got, I like somehow didn't get any blushes. I actually just got one blush from my hauls, and it was one that I didn't even like. It was like totally the wrong shade. It ended up being like a bubblegum baby doll pink, and that's just not my vibe. So I quickly returned that. Or actually I haven't returned it yet, but I am gonna return it. So I'm just gonna be using one that I know and love today, and it is the Laura Mercier, what is this, blush color infusion in the shade Ginger. I love these type of blushes. They're just so pretty. Like a honey gingery blush is like, it's my thing and I love it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just get up in there. And I'm just patting it in. So I feel like my under eyes are kind of falling flat, so I'm just gonna do a step that I always love to do to brighten up my under eyes, and I'm just gonna be taking the Shade and Light contour palette from Kat Von D and taking that light shade right there, Lyric, and just going under my eyes a little bit just to brighten them up. And then I'm gonna be using MAC Pro Emphasize as well and blending that and just using my beauty sponge. I feel like this step, like if your under eyes kind of like are falling flat and get lost under all that makeup, this will really just bring it back to life, baby. And then, you know, just go back in with that blush because it's me and I'm extra. So before we apply our highlight, I'm just gonna go ahead and set my hair is literally getting like covered in makeup right now. Oh. Anyways, so before I apply my highlighter, I'm just gonna go ahead and set my makeup with my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. This isn't new, you guys, you already know. This is just because my skin is super dry right now that it needs a little refresh before we go any further. I remember the days where I used to do my makeup like super matte because my skin was so oily and I didn't really know the difference between a glow and like oily, so I just like hated anything that wasn't like completely matte. And then now I'm just like so opposite. I'm like, give me all the highlighter in the world and I'll be happy. So crazy. So I'm like looking at my face right now and it's so matte, and before this used to be like what I wanted. Like, can you believe that? Now I'm just like, where's the highlighter? pack it on, and then I'm happy. Yeah. Taking a little evaluation right now, and I'm really, really liking it. The foundation is still looking really, really beautiful. The bronzer, I feel like, is sitting so nice on my skin. And yeah, it's it right now. It's working. It's all working, and I like it. Now for highlighter, I'm gonna be using the Benefit Cookie highlighter. I don't know why it took me so long to get this highlighter, but look at how freaking gorgeous that is, you guys. It's like a beautiful, like frosty, stroby highlight, which is my favorite kind of highlight in the winter. I love a more frosty kind of highlighter as opposed to like a more like golden goddess highlighter, which I like in the summertime. You know what I mean? So that being said, let's just go to town with this little guy. And like I said, I really don't know what took me so long to get this highlighter, but I feel like it was always like really, it was always sold out in my Sephora. That's what I'm gonna blame it on that. Oh, that's actually really pretty. I feel like it just like really ties everything together. I actually really like this highlighter. Okay, so to bake, I'm gonna be using a new setting powder, and I got this from Morphe. It's the Bake and Set powder. This is the banana shade, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this to carve out my contour. I like lighter shades to contour, or excuse me, to bake with, but we're doing this today. All right, so now that we're baking, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera because y'all already know the drill, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll probably do my eye makeup really quickly as well, just because I don't have any new palettes or anything that I'm gonna be testing out. So I think I'm just gonna do like a wing liner or something, throw that on, and then jump back on so we can finish our makeup. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I went ahead and did my eye makeup. We have a little wing moment going on right now, and I put my lashes on. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe this bake off. It's been on for a minute, so we are all baked and ready to go. Oh my gosh, seriously, baking is like the world of difference. It seriously cleans up everything you did. If you had a messy hand, if you did a little too much, took it a little too low, it really is just like the icing on the cake for me. Oh my gosh, it's looking really good. I'm actually like super impressed by my makeup right now and all the products that I used. I think I've fallen in love, you guys. It's looking good. It's looking real good. So what's left to do? Just my mascara and my lip, and that's pretty much it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I want to do bottom mascara today. I don't think that's the day. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set my makeup with a little bit more setting spray. So for the setting spray I'm gonna be using today is the Hourglass Veil Soft Focus. Okay, let's focus. This is the setting spray I'm gonna be using today. I haven't used this yet before, so I love anything by Hourglass, so I'm sure I'm quickly gonna fall in love with it. But let's just douse ourselves in this. Oh, wow, I literally sprayed it directly into my hair. Great. I don't really like the misting part of that, but okay. I'm just going to tap that into my skin. Okay, definitely gave us a nice little glow. I like that. Okay, that's really, really pretty. My skin is looking very dewy, very hydrated, and glowing, you know, just the way I like it. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and do my lips, and then we'll be done. So for the lips today, I'm gonna be using a new lip liner, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury. What is this? This is the shade Iconic Nude. So I think it's just like, yeah, it's a nude kind of day. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Oh my god, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I really like this color. The formula is really, really nice. It's like not too waxy and it's not too dry. You know what I mean? Like it was like the perfect balance. So I really, really like this formula, and this shade is perfect for me in this time of year. I really, really like that. So again, that was the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Iconic Nude. So I really like that. I was gonna put something on top of that, but I am really digging this by itself. Goodness, you guys. I like these kind of videos. First impressions, what? Okay. So I was going to try this Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury, but I don't want to overdo it. I'm really liking where my makeup is at right now, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna throw a little brow highlight on just to give my brows a little moment. I'm using that cookie shade that we use from Benefit on our cheeks to give us our highlight. I'm just gonna throw a little bit on that brow bone. Oh man, the difference that makes. A little highlight never hurt nobody. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and throw some mascara. This isn't new. This is my go-to that I've used for literally years. I'm just gonna throw some on my lashes just to melt the fake lashes with the real lashes, and then we'll be done. And that's it. I'm all done with my look, you guys. To be honest, I'm kind of feeling this little clip moment right here. I wish they weren't like these kind of clips, but I need to get like some cute little hair accessories because I feel like that would be a total moment, right? Anyways, let me go fix my hair and then we'll close this baby out. And there you guys have it. I'm all done with today's look, and honestly, you guys, I am like super impressed, honestly. Like, I was not expecting me to like my makeup this much and to like these products this much, but I am so feeling it. Like, my skin looks really good, the lip looks good, like everything is just, it's working and I'm really into it. But that being said, I can't believe this is my first like all first impressions makeup. Like, pretty much everything I used today was new. There was a couple things that I used that weren't, but for the most part everything was new and I love it. I don't know why it took me so long to do like a full face of first impressions, but you know what, better late than never, right? But anyways, if you guys liked this video and this first impressions kind of thing, if you want me to keep doing them, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you guys have tried any of these products and if you like them, what you think of them. If there's some products that you guys want me to try, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys.